My bike is here. I'm excited to go build it. I'm also nervous because every review that I read said that the instructions suck and it's difficult to put together. I'm hoping that those people just were goofballs. But I have a feeling this assembly is about to be not so fun. I have to show you something. I have a Mount Everest of boxes right now. We're going to handle that later. Okay, there's a real chance that I'm going to regret saying this, but upon just unpacking it and not doing anything else yet, it's basically assembled. The only piece missing is the front fork, the tire, and then really just connecting some of the brake lines. Like everything else is connected in the back. I guess I'm not seeing so far what's so difficult about the installation. I will give some credence. These are the instructions. It's literally just a picture. These back. So it goes like this. It says like spinny wheel to the top, but there's no spinny wheels to put to the top. Place plastic cover onto the fork with the notch facing up. Done. Place the ball bearings onto the fork with the beads facing up. Done. Insert the fork onto the bike frame. Place the ball bearings with the beads facing down. It actually doesn't say which way this goes onto there, but if you see the X-SPEC right here is going this way, I found another part on the frame where it's going the same way, so surely they go the same direction. So be it, you know? It do be like that sometimes. All right, if you go to make this and you're confused just like I am, let me break this down for you. When it comes to putting this on there, they're gonna say put the plastic piece and then the steel comb, and then the other plastic piece. Well, the steel comb looks nothing like a comb. It's this middle-sized bearing, and they go in that order. So plastic piece first, then the steel ring, then the other plastic piece, and they slide on there together. Pull the fork tight, make sure that it's facing the correct way, which mine is not. Yeah, pull the fork tight, and then you're supposed to put these washers on there before you put the top part on. Okay. Looks like this next step is ridiculously easy. You just screw this screw in. Arlo hates when I do any kind of DIY before bedtime. His way to protest is to just stand here and stare at me. I know, baby. I want to do things though. So when you see him standing here the entire time I'm assembling this bike, because he wants me to go cuddle on the couch. And if you're thinking, go cuddle with that sweet boy, why would you ignore him? I just got off the couch with him. He has been cuddled ample time today. I know, I love you too. I'm trying to build a bike. For the next part, it says take this off. Which honestly, I think I can just unscrew them with my hands. Says put the handlebars in there, put the thingy back on, and make sure that you can see the X. I do think it's a little funny. This thing says make sure it's aligned properly, but like if you're a beginner builder, how do you know what properly is? How are you gonna know? I'm very pleased with how this is going so far. Brakes are next, God help us. So it says to do it with this little black arrow facing up, and then all it says is install the 6 screws. It doesn't tell you which 6 screws. I think it's these little blue ones because there are 6 of them. I don't know what else it would be. I do understand now a little bit why people are dissing these instructions so much. It's not that they're bad, they're just very vague. And now literally the instructions that it says for the brake. Use the adjusting bolt to mount a fixing pad in such a way that it's as close as possible to the disc without touching it. This is the brake, and it does not tell you how in the frick do you attach this thing. And also, I don't know for sure that there's a pad on it. Those brakes almost did me in. I consulted YouTube and I need to flip the bike upside down, put the tire on, and then I can put the brakes on. Arlo, are you eating a piece of my bike right now? When you install this, the hook of the washer needs to be in that hole. Very important. And then obviously tighten the bolts. Okay, remember our freakish looking thing that I said I didn't know how to install? I YouTubed it. The key was I had to put the tire on. So these are the brake pads apparently. You put them in there and then we're gonna line this wiggly thing up with the front fork holes. And then we're gonna put our screws in there and tighten it. Okay, so I threaded it through this and then I had to loosen this bolt so then I can thread the wire through there until it's as tight as we can get it. And then we hand tighten our little thingy again. Screw that, I'm getting the Allen wrench. So I'm gonna try not to block what I'm doing. Okay, I figured it out. The left pedal screws in lefty-tighty, righty-loosey instead of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I knew I was doing something wrong. So that actually was in the instructions. So this is the right one, so it will screw in righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, unlike the other one. Perfect. Here's another part where these instructions just suck. It basically tells you to find these little fenders, right? Put this metal piece in there, and then it just says align the holes, insert the white reflector, and tighten the screw. Well, there's several steps missing there. How do you, that doesn't go together. This looks very simple. I've taken the back reflector and attached it to the flimsier of the two attachments using one screw. I don't know if this is the right screw, but it fits, so we're using it. Then we take the seat off completely, and then you'll have to loosen this screw so you can do this, but you just insert it into this, supposedly. Pretty tight fit, apparently. Okay. Put your seat back on. Make sure the seat is aligned so it doesn't drive you crazy when you're riding it. Lock the seat back into place. And then there's screws on the other side of this that you're going to use to tighten it so your little reflector stays in place. Okay, here's our screws that we're tightening. Now the front reflector, again, their guidance is basically figure it out. So my best guess is it's this little flimsy piece. Front reflector, it's hilarious because both sides of the front reflector say top. So I guess pick whichever one you want to be on top and put it on top within the mount like this. Then we're going to take this screw, screw it in. Okay, that's screwed in. And now this is my guess on where it goes on the bike. Again, these instructions suck. So if you're a bike mechanic and this is wrong, please let me know. I think it's okay though, because it's just a reflector. I'm pretty sure it's got to go right here on the bike. And I'm using this bigger bolt. I don't freaking know if it's the right one, but it fits. All right, it's in. Now we need to put a nut on the back. Now from there, all we need to do to adjust the angle of our reflector is loosen this, and then you can turn the reflector to whatever angle you want. I think this is probably good. And just tighten it so it doesn't bounce around on you. I think I'm done. It looks nice. Let's see if this will fit in the car. It fits, it's just very awkward. Well, maybe not, man. I know, it's gotta go like this. There we go. All right, this is in a 2019 Jetta. It does fit. It was kind of a pain in the butt to get it in there, but it fits.